Hey everyone, I hope my audio is coming in. I don't know, I just decided to just do this like impromptu live stream. Nothing planned, no agenda, and I am currently actually redesigning my portfolio. So I thought instead of just sitting here in my house all alone by myself doing it, I could as well just go live and play around and also chat with my subscribers and also my new subscribers as well. So yeah, like I said, nothing planned. I'm just going to talk through what I'm doing. Feel free to like chat with me. You can leave comments while I'm working on what I'm working. And for a bit of context, a couple of months ago, I made this kind of live stream video where I was working on a redesign of my portfolio, right? But I never finished it, right? So I thought it would be nice to actually pick up that project again because the entire week next week I am officially on vacation, so I'll have like more time to finish working on it. So while I talk, I'm just going to share my screen and show you what I've been doing since last night. My screen is a bit skewed, so I'm using a monitor that is 34 inches wide. So if you see the screen looking very weird, it's because my monitor is a bit too wide for the resolution of a YouTube video. So yeah, this is what I've been working on since yesterday night. So far, so good. We have, I'll just fit this in. I have done the landing page. I've finished designing the landing page. And I don't know if you can see, if you can, if you're here in chat, please, 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 please say hi. Just so I know that people are, I'm talking to people. And let me see if I can see the chat. Yeah. If you're here, say hi in the chat, just so I know people are watching me. And also tell me where you're tuning in from. Like I said, I am working on this project and I've been trying to finish it for the last couple of months. In fact, the last time I touched it was in February this year. So, like I said, I finally have some time to work on it. So I just figured I would use the week that I'm off to finish it up. Now, the plan is to design it fully and also code it out. I already have I have a website, and you know the thing with developers is every year we want to change our website, even though the first one there's nothing wrong with it, right? And that's me. I have this website. Wait, what's this thing on? Just give me 1 second. Yeah, I don't know why StreamYard is showing here. How do I remove this stuff? Hi, Nobelic Code Pro. How are you? StreamYard banner. Is it just me, or can you also see that StreamYard banner? Let me try to remove it. I have no idea where to remove it from. Hi, Angel. What is going on? StreamYard, what is going on? Okay, yeah, I removed it. So, hey Ubong, I think I know who you are. I'm not sure if I met you at Deaf Fest, you. If you're the same person, hi. Otherwise, hi still. Like I said, or like I was saying, you know, the thing with developers where you have a website and you're like, every year you're like, okay, it's time to change it, even though there's nothing wrong with it. And that's my situation. I have this website, right? And there's actually nothing wrong with it. I still get comments from people that they actually like the design, it looks good, but I'm tired of it. And secondly, I want to rebrand my name from Gift Egwenu to the gift code, right? So I thought it would be also a good idea to, so this is my new domain where I'm going to be building the new website, right? So I thought it would be nice to just change everything, including the technologies that I used to build this site. So I used, if you're familiar with the stack called Gridsome, it's a Vue.js static site generator, and I used that to build this site, right? And I hosted it in Netlify. I'm using Netlify CMS for it. Now I want to change everything, including the design, the stack, and everything. And yeah, so far so good. What I've done is I started off with like research, right? Just to do like a bit of research into what other people's personal portfolio looks like in 2023, because I plan to finish this in January, right? And see what is the current front-end trends, what are people using in their site and all of that. So I did all of that research in my Notion. Let me see if I can share it here. I don't want to share my public Notion. No. Okay. Let me see if I can share that research here. Yes. So I did all of that research and I checked people's portfolio and I saw that, oh, nice. This is my current favorite one. And I really love our websites. I absolutely love it. So I picked a lot of inspiration from here. I also checked out other people's website as well. And I use that to create like a sitemap for what I want to add in my own. Like these are the pages that I would like to have in my site. I also started like documenting what I would like to do for like code implementation, for example, where I want to host the CMS. I'm thinking Storyblock. Storyblock is a content management system, and I've decided to use Nox 3 for the front end, right? So in this stream, basically, like I said, I don't have any plan. I'm just going to be talking through what I'm doing. I've not finished the design. So what I'm going to be doing in this stream is to just go off and continue designing what I've done. So I'm going to show you what I've done so far. I started doing this yesterday, and I've been able to finish the front, the homepage, right? And I did it in both light and dark mode. Let me know if you want me to zoom in if you're not seeing what I'm showing you. Because again, like I said, my monitor is a little bit too big for this resolution. I have a question. What's the number one tip to give front-end developers on the live stream? Do you want to be more specific on what kind of tips you're looking for as a front-end developer? Like, is there an area you're struggling with that you need help with? Then I can provide advice. Otherwise, what you're asking me is very generic. Yeah. So let me show you what I've done so far, if it even shows up correctly. Yeah. So I have a lot of inspiration from all these people, and that's what I use to design my own websites. So this is the first thing that I've done. The first page that I've done is basically a very simple landing page. Like I said, I'm rebranding to the gift code, and I paid a designer to help me make a logo. I could have made this myself, but I wanted something very professional and chic. So I paid someone to help me with the brand identity of this project. So the logo, the colors, and the font and all of that. So someone did that, and then I just would make the actual designs myself and build it and code it out myself. So yeah, this is the homepage, and these are the sitemaps that I showed you earlier. And then I'm still not sure about this picture thing that I have going on here. I might change it later. I don't know, but for now I'm feeling it, right? I can change it. Maybe when I'm building it out, I can decide to change it and use something else. And here I have a section for videos. As you know, I make videos on YouTube. So in my previous portfolio, in my previous website, there was no way to actually show those videos that oh, thank you. Agosa, tips on portfolio and getting up to date with current dev trends. Okay. So what I would say as a tip in that area is you should always be like looking out for, like I said earlier, for me to know what is the current trend in the front end scene, I do research and I look for other people and see what they're doing. So in your own case, it would be follow other front end developers in your area. If you're based in Lagos, follow front end developers in Lagos. Even just Googling front end developers anywhere in the world, just follow them on Twitter, follow what they're sharing, follow the work that they're doing, and follow industry experts. So people like Ken C. Dots, for example, or people that you know, their names are, you hear their names every time you hear like the specific, say if you're doing React, for example, go and look for people that are very known in the React community and they share a lot of expert tips and resources on React. That way you're always staying up to date because you follow these people. And that's what I mostly use my Twitter accounts for most of the time. I don't banter on Twitter. I use my Twitter accounts to follow the people that are basically sharing knowledge in my area, which is front end and developer relations and all of that. I hope that helps. Yeah. So the tip I have to share with you is always be keeping up to date by either following people, reading tech blogs and newsletters as well, because there are a lot of them and you can easily know what is going on in the front end scene by following those things. Thank you. Thank you so much. The design is coming up. It's not yet there, but you know, I'm piecing it together slowly. Yeah. Master school, interesting. Master school is, I don't know if you watched the video, but master school is essentially a boot camp tailored for people that are interested in getting into tech, mostly data science front end and all. And I mentioned in this video that I was going to be a master for a cohort. Unfortunately, it was moved from June to January, right? So if you applied and you've gotten back from them, that's good. Otherwise, it's till January that I'm going to be working with them as a mentor. So I'm going to be a mentor for the web development cohorts, right? I hope that answers your question. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the design. Like I was saying, I decided to add this featured videos parts just because that in my last website, there was nowhere to feature videos that I've made, and I really want to do that. So I added this part to my website where I can easily change these videos based on because I intentionally added this because I want to connect this website to a CMS, meaning that I can easily change the videos either programmatically by saying the first two most popular videos should show up or the latest two videos should show up in this section on the website. So yeah, that's why I added this. And then I also added a session called Digital Garden. Basically, what is a digital garden? Is essentially what you think a blog is. But the concept of digital gardening, if you don't know about it, is essentially a place where you can write down your thoughts and it's not set in stone, meaning you can always go back and edit it, you can always change it up. So I want to follow that concept for every article that I write on my blog going forward. So I can write something and decide that, oh, I've learned something new about it and go back and edit it, right? So that's the concept of digital garden. Like, it's a garden that you look after and care after, and you can always go back and change it, improve it, or whatever. So yeah, so instead of having like a blog, I have a digital garden. That's essentially what it means. And there are a lot of people that are following this concept. So it's not me that created it. It's basically out there in the open if you would like to adopt it as well. This other section is for highlighting conferences that I've spoken at. And like I said, again, this part is nice and is new because I did not surface it. In fact, I had this session previously in my old blog, my old website. I can show you. So you can see it's just like, and the last time I updated this page was in 2021, right? This is like list of conferences that I've spoken at. So I intentionally made it more appealing to look at so that I can remember to always update it, right? So yeah, this is another session on the landing page. And then finally, what I have there is the footer. I'm not filling the footer yet, but so far so good. I'm just going to leave it like that. And the good thing about this design is I can always iterate on it. Like I can always go back and change stuff as long as I've not started coding the project. So yeah, that's the home page essentially that I just showed you. And now I want to do the about page. And so for each of my links, so each of the links I have in the navigation, I want to design a page, dedicated page for them before I go on to do the mobile and the dark mode. Oh, let me show you the dark mode for the home page. Let me see if I can share it here. It's Twitter Spaces. I don't know about Twitter Spaces, so I don't really do Twitter Spaces like that because I'm mostly not active on Twitter. But if somebody invites me to a Twitter Space, I'm happy to join. But I don't host Twitter Spaces. I mean, if you host one and invite me, I'll come. Yeah. And yeah, so this is dark mode for the homepage. It's essentially the same thing, but I just made the theme a bit darker. And I like this actually. I prefer this to the light theme. But again, like I said, it can be iterated upon. Like I can change it if I want to. Okay, now let's start designing because I've been talking too much. The about page, what I'm thinking to add there is just like a bio about myself. Like, fine, this is a little bit of detail, like I'm a developer advocate, but I want to add like more details and also more information, like in case I'm speaking at a conference, I can copy that bio and send there, right? And I don't always come up with everything from my head, just so you know, like, yeah, I don't always come up. So I go to like sites like Behance, or I think there are a lot of websites that I'm checking right now for inspiration. And I would start with this one because like I said, I really, really love her website. Like love is an understatement. So I'm going to follow similar, like I said, I don't copy and paste. I take inspiration and use where I see fit. So Rachel's about page has like different sections. So she has like a picture of her. She has a short description there, and then she has what she does, right? What she's doing now. She also has awards. I like this timeline thing, but I don't think I'll add it because I have like a Polywork account that I want to link to. But I like the timeline also, like from when she was born to what she's doing now, which is really nice. And then I don't think I need this because I have a dedicated page for this. So that is good. I think I would also just check other people's about page and see what they have there. I hope I'm not scrolling too fast. Okay, no problem. If you host one, definitely just DM me. If I'm available, I'm happy to join. Yeah. So this is my former about page. This is just text. So I'll pretty much copy what I have here and add a picture to what I am designing. So I'm going to remove this session. My keyboard is not working. Okay. So for all the page, all the pages will maintain the same navigation, but the hero I will change. So the hero for this page, I'm going to delete this and maybe move this to this next section. But what would I put here? Because the space is going to be empty. Let me put the text. Oh my God, I remember the last time that I did a design like this and I shared it online. This was like 3 years ago. Somebody told me that about me, like saying about me on your website is not professional. I can't remember the exact comments, and it was on Twitter. I don't remember what it was, but somebody told me that. I was like, that's your business. So do you know how many people have an about page on their website? So you don't tell me, like, it's my website. Let me do what I want to do. Let's see. I'll probably make something like a gradient here again. I want to make this like this. This is when I would always go back to, what's it called now? YouTube to watch some people design their portfolio, or Behance. I want to make a gradient, and I'm using a plugin for that. So there is a Gradient Me plugin that I installed. Essentially what he does, why is it not opening? Plugin, Gradient Me. Okay, it's here. So it gives you different types of gradients you can use in your website, and all you just in your design, and all you just need to do is just copy it or add it directly. Let me, I'm following a theme. So let me look for the theme that I have here is green, pink, and light brown. So let me see if I'll find a gradient that matches that color. Let me see. This one does not match, but it looks nice. So I'll copy it and paste it here. Again, like I said, I don't know if this thing will look good, but we'll see. Because I feel like it's very empty. Like the section is very empty. And let's reduce it. I can actually just make it a little, it doesn't have to be too big. And then I can make this one okay, Gift, what are you doing? Sorry. So I want to reduce, I know that I grouped this item, so I can ungroup it. I locked it rather, that's why I could not edit it. So I can do this. The only way I can tell if this thing looks good is if I view it in the this mode. Like if I view it here. Yeah. I don't know. The gradients matches the previous background that I have, but it's too much. Oh, let me check the chat. Agosa, I love how your portfolio is, simplicity and everything makes it cool and unique, but I'd like to see how this turns out. I know it's going to be amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I also liked the previous one, but I think is due for a change. I'm also going to try to make this look simple. Honestly, I don't like too much activities going on. The colors and all of that should be minimal, and I'm going to try to replicate that with this one, hopefully. I should use color hunt for themes you can use for your site. I think I know color hunt. Let me see. Is it also color palette? Oh, okay. I already have a color palette for this project, and that's what I showed here. It's just that the color palette, I feel like I need to change it, but I don't want to change it because the color palette is what I'm using in these websites in YouTube. On YouTube is like I said, somebody I paid somebody to do the brand identity for me, and I told her these colors were what I had in mind. But later I saw even the font. I saw a font that I really liked, but that font is $200. I can't pay. I can't pay $200 for fonts. Nah, when there's Google fonts. But yeah, I can't change anything in the color, so I have to work with what I have. My primary color here is green. Then I have a blush list and whatever. So I have to manage what I have. And yeah, but the only thing I can do is choose colors that are closely aligned to my already picked colors. So yeah, this about me, I don't know what I feel about it. Let me look at other people's about me pages and see what I can pick from there. Yeah, but the font makes sense. The font is called Recollector. See me, I was even looking for the free version. I could not find. The font is called Recollector. I think that's what this Rachel's using on her website as well. I love it. Like, I wish I can pay for it, but I can't. This is the font. It's really nice. I think the pack comes at, so if you want to buy the thing is $3. Oh, the pack is actually not 200. Oh, okay. If you want to buy a pack of 15, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is not bad. It's €49, €50 for the font. But more is still expensive, I beg. And yeah, I'll just use what I have. Also, I want to stick to what I already have. But yeah, the font is really nice. I'll close this now and go back. I should remove the background color on the About Me and try adding something else so it doesn't look too empty. Yeah, what should I add? That's the problem. Maybe I can add, I've seen people's design where they have this thing called, yeah, I think I have a plugin for it. They have this thing called, is it this thing? Hero patterns. Patterns, yeah. Yeah, something like this. Patterns. Let me see if it should make sense to add a pattern. But I want something very simple. Maybe this. Oh no. Sorry, it's adding it to the whole site. So I need to add a frame. Yeah, I don't like it. Let me change the color. Hero patterns. Which color should I use? I should use the one I'm using here. Maybe this. What's the hex code of this list? Oh, it's here. It's behind this stuff. It's not visible. I'm using Figma. This is Figma. Figma is a design tool and it's free as well. So, I mean, this pattern thing is not working. Well, let's leave the pattern for now. I would put the content in and come back to it. Feels like I'm deleting stuff I'm not supposed to delete. What the? See, I've deleted something. I deleted this. Man. Okay. So I'll leave this for now and then do the actual content on the page and then come back to add any extra design to it. I think that would work best instead of just spending time here. So, okay. What I want to do is add a better description of myself. So I'll ungroup this and there's something weird going on here. I'll ungroup everything. Okay. And then I'll lock this rectangle so it stops moving. Okay, I have this text and I pretty much just want to add more stuff to it, right? So going back to my Notion, let me open that page. So in my Notion, I have a place for, I'll open it somewhere else. Yes. So I have this page where I put like all the bio stuff for my website portfolio, anything I want to do that I need an about page and an about piece for. I'm just going to copy it from here, right? So I would be using the most comprehensive about me text that I have here, which is this one. Okay. So I'll copy that over to Figma. And I can just make a new text actually and copy it there. Wow, that's a very long text. Wow. The text is very long. Okay, so I can now delete these ones that I wrote before and ungroup. I actually just learned about this feature in Figma called auto layout. It's really, really nice because it saves you the trouble of arranging or grouping stuff together when you're trying to group them together. So yeah, I would also delete this for now. See, ungroup this and let's make this text a bit readable. No problem. Thank you for joining, Agosa. Thank you. How do I actually see how many people are here? 5 people are watching me. Thank you for staying here with me. I might as well be doing this by myself, but it's also nice to talk through what I'm doing. So I'll break up this text because it's looking too much. Let's add paragraphs as well, and increase the font to 28. I'll delete this too. So I'm forgetting what I want to do. I want to also add like a picture on this page, right? So it should be the about information on one side, like have like two columns. The about information on one side and then a picture on the other side. Let me try that and see what it looks like. So far, so good. What has been helping me align what I'm doing is this feature called, where is it now? Layouts grid. Yeah. So once I turn that on, I can make sure that I'm not going outside of my margin that I've set for this site. So if I put this here and maybe reduce it to 24 pixels, maybe 22 pixels. And I turn that off. I don't know. The text is still looking too meshed together. Okay. I'll go back here and see what that looks like. Fit to screen. Okay. This looks good. And I said I was going to put an image, so I'll just look for a nice picture of me to put by the side, or I can just reuse the picture from the landing page, right? And just put it there like that. Like I said, I might still change this picture depending on how I'm feeling. But for now, let's leave it like that. Or what did I just do? I want to break up the text a little bit. What does this do? Oh, auto width, auto height. Okay. And live streaming is actually interesting. You just be talking to yourself. But well, there are people here. Okay. Let's break it up a little bit more. And see what that looks like. Interesting. Again, I'll turn on this columns thing to see where the text is. Oh, by the way, I wanted to even ask this. I'm not sure how many people are here, but if you're a recent subscriber, can you say hi in chat? And if you came from the Hack Sultans mention comments from Twitter, also, really excited to have you join my channel. I've been receiving like a lot of love since yesterday, which is really nice. Okay. So this is looking more like, sorry, this is looking more like it. Or what am I doing? This is looking more like it. I'll give the text some space to breathe. Like this, maybe. Okay. So the about page is supposed to be very simple, right? Just information about me. And if I maybe want to add something else, I will come back to add it. But for now, that's all. So what I'll do is I'll take off all this white space by reducing the height of this page. So I'll do, first of all, I'll move this footer section, which is this. I'll move it up, maybe up till here. and then reduce the size of the page like that. And then I'll see what it looks like in the display thing. Fit to screen. Okay. It's looking too bare for me. But again, like I said, I'll leave it first and come back. I'll do the other pages that I have and then come back to it. Maybe I can add like a little bit of gradient or what's the other thing I was trying to do before? Patterns to give it more life. Yeah. So in terms of content, that's the only thing I wanted to add to this about page. So now we can move to the next page, which is the digital garden. Digital garden. So essentially, oh yeah, please subscribe, please. I don't know why you're waiting. Yeah. Hi. So the next page is the digital garden, and essentially this is what you typically call the blog page, right? And I'll do the same thing that I've done. I'll remove all the other contents that I have because what I did was I copied and pasted the home page. So I'll delete all the parts that I don't need. Delete this one. I'll leave this one here because this is what I want to work with. I'll delete these appearances as well. And then the hero session, I'll delete here, delete the picture. And let's see. So what's the structure that I want to use? I'll probably just maintain the same structure that I'm already using. So I'll unlock this rectangle, reduce it a little bit up until here, and write digital garden. I think, again, like I said, this might change because I'm not feeling it yet. Some people might be wondering, like, why am I designing the thing? Why am I not just going straight to writing the code for the websites? Because this might just be like an overkill, especially if you don't know how to design. So the reason is because I like structure, right? I just don't want to start with the coding and midway I'm changing my mind on where I want to put this text or changing my mind on the colors, right? So that's why I'm doing like a mock up of it first so that it will inform my decision when I'm actually writing the code. And it's going to be faster too, because once I have all these component sets, I know what the home page will look like. I know what the card will look like. I know what the buttons will look like. I can already make components for them and then reuse it in the front end, right? So it's easier that way. At least that's how I think of it. So now for the digital garden page, I want to have a search somewhere. In my previous website, I did not have search. And one of the problems of that was that I'll show you in this writing section. I have 64 articles. This is very outdated, but you have to scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll to find something, which is not the best experience if you ask me. So instead, what I would do is I would add a section here that would allow you search through the articles that I've written. But I don't want to think too much about what it will look like. So I'll just create a simple input form here and come back to design it or to change it if I want to. So let's do that. So here I'll make like a very simple input form. And give it a little bit of padding. And make it transparent or make it white. Make it white. Yeah. and then add a search icon somewhere inside. Actually, I would like to also put this description up there. So here, this selection thing is interesting. I'm trying to ungroup this. One annoying thing that I'm finding with Figma and grouping, I don't know if designers have this problem, is if you group items together, maybe there's a fix for it, I don't even know. If you group some things together and you copy and paste it, it does not ungroup what you copied and pasted. So like this thing I copied and pasted now, it was still grouped to this item. So it's hard to select it. Like I'm trying to select this text, I can't because it's outside of that thing. So I have to go back and look for where it is. Oh my god. You know what? I'll just undo what I did. I'll undo that and first of all ungroup it before I copy it so that it's easy for me to select it. Yeah, so now I can select it, right? Interesting. I should paste the link to the site where I am designing. You mean this page that I'm designing, like this page? Or something else? Because if it's this page, I can't share it. It's like you have to log into your Figma account to see it. So if that's what you're asking, I can't share this page. I can share, but I'll have to share it to somebody, not as a link. Yeah. Because I don't have a Figma subscription. Let me see. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this text that I copied. So because it's behind, I can just say bring to front. Does that work? No. My God. Or I can send this to the back. Okay, now I can select it. Perfect. Let me lock this thing. So now that I have this, can maybe take it off a little bit. Make this one a little bit. And then put the search just, and then make sure everything is centered. Centered. Okay, so the search bar, I want to add a simple icon. I have a plugin for that. It's called Iconify. And the icon I'm looking for is a search. A search, but what kind of search? A simple search. A simple search. Let's use this one. So I imported that icon. It is here. So I can just surface it there. Bring to front. And then make it black. Because why is it green? Okay, let's see what that looks like in this thing, in the preview. In the preview, this is what it looks like. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Like I said, it's still coming up. I think the search is like the search bar is not visible. So I would add a shadow. Is that what it's called? I'll add a drop shadow to it. So like this. And let's blow it a little bit. and see what that looks like. Okay, now it looks better. It looks like there's a search there. And because it's too big, like the width is a bit too much, I'm just going to reduce it a little bit. Because I was trying to make it the same size with the text, but it doesn't need to be. Okay, let's pause there and see what we've done. Digital garden, search, and then the list of articles. So that's what I'll do next. So I can first delete this, delete this, delete this, and what format do I want to use for the articles? That would be interesting. I think I would use, should I use cards? Like, should I make them look like this? Like this? Like each article would look like this or as a list? Let me know in the chat. While I'm getting comment on that, I'll just see what other people have as their layout for articles. How long have I been doing this thing? 53 minutes. Okay. We'll do an hour, 30 minutes, and I'll pause there. Okay. Let me see other people's digital garden and see what it looks like. And we'll do that with a simple Google search. Yeah, not what I was expecting to see. This is one, this is one, this is not one. Okay. This is Margie's digital garden. I think I learned about this concept from her. And this is the blog post about it. But let me see her site. Nice. So she's using cards. You didn't get what I said when you asked if it should look like a list or like, okay, yeah, I'm asking that. Okay, let me go back. So see this page, right? Imagine you go to a website and you go to their blog. Should I have it listed, like the items listed, or should I have it as cards, like a card here, a card there? So each of these, should it be cards or should it be a list? You know what? I'm just going to experiment and I will do both of them and I'll choose the one that I prefer. Right. So for now, this is a list. I just need to expand what this list looks like. Then I'll do one that looks like a card. So this is a card template format. So this is a card. It has the article name, when it was published, and an image, right? And this is an example of a list. Let me see what this person is using. Okay, this person is using a card. This is a card. Let me look for another example. I was also using a card in my previous website. I think I have a list of websites. Let me see what this one's using. Okay, this is a list. And again, so do you get the question I was asking now, Inform? Is that how you pronounce your name? This is a list. This is a Interesting. This is a grid that has a card, and yeah, I think I'll just go with. I will go with both. So I will do both of them. Where's Figma? This is Figma. So let's take this away first and start off with a card, right? So I like to always turn on this thing. Where is it? This column thing. So I know that I'm still within reach when I'm positioning items. So I can start with this one and then I turn it off. So what do I want to put there? The only disadvantage of doing this card type is I always have to have a picture. I always have to have a picture for the post, and it's not every time your post will have a picture. What do we do? What do we do? Let's just try it. So yeah, that's what I just thought of too. If I use a card, then I will need an image, right? And if I use a list, I will not need an image. Might as well just use either one. It doesn't really matter. The only downside is if I use a card and maybe the post I'm writing, I don't want to add an image for it, or I don't have an image for it, then I would probably have to make one every time. Otherwise, that's not a problem. Okay. So we'll have the image with like let me just copy this one as an example. So I'll use this as an example, right? And maybe do like a three columns or 2 or 4, I don't know. Hey, Majemite. Hi, how are you? What kind of shape is this one now? I cannot, let me crop it. I want it to be very, yeah, perfect. So before I put anything, let me put my first. So like the latest things that I've written. I like this font, but this is not part of my font stuff, so I'll change it. Yeah, that's true. You're correct. So yeah, I can always make an image. It's not a big deal. I can also make it or like when I make the blog, I can also auto generate it from the CMS based off. I used to have something like that before in my old blog, but that one I was not using pictures. Okay, so let's leave this like that, and then here I'll put this image and a title and say it's how to prepare this thing using a different font. For now I'm using random stuff. Like this is not an actual post that I will publish. This is a video, but it could work for now. I'm changing the font to this one. What font is this? Brandon. Okay. And then we make it 20 and see. Yeah, I can use the same size 32. And it is medium bold. Okay. Yes, we will do cards. Yes, let's do cards. Depending on how it turns out, I think card will look better overall, like from what I've seen. So the things that I'll add here is, first of all, I'll add the picture, the title, a brief description of what the blog or the stuff that I wrote is about. And I would be leaving out the date it was published. This is because, like I said, yes, that's true too. With cards, you can make it animated. Like on Hover, I can maybe make it, what's the word? Make the shadow glow or do something with the image that I have, like I've seen from other people's examples here. Okay, this one does not have anything. Let me see. This one also does not have any animation, but generally it looks better. It looks better. I agree with you. Thank you. So I have this. Let me write a description. There is this lorem ipsum generator. Let me see if I have it, because I can't be bothered with creating. I can tell ChatGPT to give me description. Let me tell ChatGPT to give me description. Another thing, I wrote this copy. So I wrote this thing here with the help of ChatGPT. And I've been using it to help me also come up with like content ideas for YouTube. Where is it now? ChatGPT. So I have, can you give me a brief description for an article titled, nice. I want a brief description. Oh, this is looking plenty. Is how everything that's in his own typing makes sense, right? So technical interviews are this, that. They are designed. This is essentially what I talked about in the video. Like I was sharing tips and strategies on how you can prepare for technical interviews, right? And this is so accurate. So instead, I'll just tell, hey, could you make this in less than 20 words? Could you summarize Yes, it's free. Yes, you can sign up and use it for now. You can see I've used it for a lot of stuff. I have used it for a lot of stuff, right? So for now it's free, but I think eventually it's going to be paid. But as long as it's free, you can test it out. Yes, I'm going to code the design, but not today. I'm just trying to finish the design first. And once I'm done, I'll code it. So I'll code it next week, Tuesday, because it's Christmas. I don't want to be coding during Christmas this weekend. So maybe I'll do another live stream when I'm coding it. But for today, it's designing. Okay, this is a very good, perfect short description that I want. I'm just going to change the font and make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, you should try it out. Like I made a video about it. I think my last video is about ChatGPT. And even though that video was very high level, there's so much stuff you can do with it. Like you can use it to write your essay. You can use it. I use it for correcting and summarizing things a lot. So like you just saw me, I wanted to write a very short description of a text, right? So sometimes I'll give it a text and tell it to summarize it for me, and it will summarize it in a very accurate way. It can also write code for you. Like you can tell it to help you debug your code, help you fix your bug and errors and all of that stuff. Yeah. I'm sure going to use it very well for my project. Okay, let's make this text a bit smaller and use my description font, Open Sans, and make it minus 0.7. Looking, yeah. What do you think about this description? It's too plenty. Tips for preparing for technical interview, including. Okay, I can make it a bit shorter. Tips for preparing for technical, including common questions and coding challenges. Okay. I think this is better, right? Yeah. So what I just need to do now is duplicate this into like like I said, I want to make it 3 by 3 columns. So make 3 of this. Actually, I need to add one last thing, the minutes, the time for it. So how long does it take to read? Let's say 5 minutes. Where to put this 5 minutes is now a cocoa. Interesting. I can put it here. I'm still playing around with this format, so I can always change it if I don't like it. So we have 1. It's too big to contain 3, so I have to make it a bit smaller. I have to reduce the size of it. Okay. Let's ungroup it. Yes, it can solve your bugs. Like I said, the way ChatGPT works is you give it a prompt based on it can be anything, it can be code related, it can be science related, it can be anything basically. What it does is, because it's a conversational AI, it can answer your questions. It can also help you resolve issues in your code. So if you have a error from, maybe you're writing a JavaScript function and it throws back an error, you can go and ask it, can it explain the error for you? And also send like a snippet of your code, and then it can also tell you where you're going. Like I've not tried it too, but I've seen people try it, right? It can tell you where you're wrong and how to correct it, right? So that's, for me, that's like crazy. I never imagined that would be possible. Ungroup this, and yeah, I'm going to make everything smaller so that 3 things can fit in one line. So make the text 16, make the text 16 pixels. This one is 32, make it 28. This one, make it 18, and reduce the size of the picture. Okay, something like this will work. Okay, looks good. Now I can group everything together and duplicate it like this. I can show you what auto layout does. That auto layout feature is crazy. So see the way I have these three items on this, is this called grid? Yeah. They are not equal, right? You can see the gutter between them. This one is bigger than this one, right? If I use the auto layout to, it will fix it for me. I think I just need to add auto layout. Can you see? It's so crazy. And I just discovered it today. It's crazy. I love it. Now let's go back to the preview and see what we've done so far for this digital garden page. I have 1, 2, 3. I can make it 6, and then so this same thing, just duplicate it and move it down. Again, this is just this is dummy content. I would update it with the actual description when I am coding it. So I can delete the lists that I had there before. Nice. So imagine that I have a lot of articles, right? Like maybe I have 50 to 60 articles. I think this would look better than a list, in my opinion. So what else can I add in this page? Maybe uh maybe I can add what's this thing called? Pagination. But I'll pause for that. I'll pause on that first. Let me imagine that I don't have up to 50 image, because I wouldn't like to have people scroll. If I have 50 different posts, I wouldn't like people to scroll all the way to the end. So I'll probably paginate it so that it shows like the first 10 or the first 15 articles, and then you can click next to go to the next page. So that's what pagination is. Yeah, I'll do that after. This looks nice. Thank you, Tibi. Why do I have so many people from Uyo in my stream? Any tips for building a portfolio for a non-front end role like DevOps? Yeah. So I think I'm not a designer, by the way. It's just that I've done front end for a very long time. So I know a little bit about Figma and how it works, right? So I think just having an eye for design is essentially a good attribute to have if you're thinking of designing your portfolio from scratch by yourself, or you don't need to do everything I'm doing. You can just buy templates online or find a free template and work off of that. There's so many templates out there for you to use for free. But again, I want something unique, right? I don't want to use the same thing that 50 other people have. So that's thing, the only downside of using a template, right? So if you think that you have an eye for design, and you don't need to be a pro, you don't need to be perfect. Like I said, I'm not a designer. You just need to know, oh, does this column look good? Like, as you can see in this stream, I've just been testing out stuff to see, does it make sense? If it does not make sense, I change it, right? And yeah, if you have that, then you're good to go. You can, and also you need to know the basic features of how to use Figma or whatever design tool you decide to use. So for Figma, like I said, I don't know everything about it. I'm learning as I'm using it. But pretty much the most tools you need to learn is the frame, the shapes, the pen, the text, colors, and how to align stuff. Like I said, I just learned about auto layout today, and I've been using Figma for a very long time. So yeah. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Utibi. Now for this page, I think I'm done. I will add the pagination later, and let us now crop it. Like I'll move the footer up and delete all this white space. So let me do that. Footer. Move it all the way up. Or if you think I'm missing something in this page, please tell me so that I can add it. But I think it looks good. Let's put the footer up there. Let me leave some space for the pagination. Okay, that looks good. Now I can cut the rest of this white space. The pages are coming together nicely and they look good. Okay, let's see this page in full screen mode and see if it makes sense. Does it make sense? Okay, thank you. Yeah, if I find that I am missing anything, I'll just come back and add it. But for now, this is good to go. So let's move on to the last. Is it the last thing I have? Oh, not the last, second to the last. Actually, not the second to the last. I still have 3 more pages. I have speaking, work, resources, and gear. This is 6. Okay, we have 30 more minutes. So the reason why I like this flow is that once I've done something, I just need to copy, paste, and change stuff around. So I'll do the same for this. I'll delete all of this. For the speaking page, what do I want to keep? Nothing. So I'm deleting this, and deleting this, and deleting this. I'll leave these appearances, right? I'll put it here where I have this information about myself. Let's move it all the way up. Delete this, and put it here and delete the title. Let me know what you think. This is a very good hero session for it. I think so. I need to bring it forward. Bring to front or send to back here. Okay, and then I need to reduce this to be the same with these other pages. No, it will not be the same. I think it doesn't have to be the same. It depends on the content that is on the page. Yeah, I'm using column layouts, but I don't know. What's the benefit of using grid layouts over column? Oh, you mean for the other page? You mean for this page? I'm not sure which one you're saying I should use grid for. Is it the entire page or the list of the images? Let me know. For now, I can go back here and okay. So for the speaking session, I want to just list the previous speaking stuff that I've done and the ones that are coming up. So first thing to do is I'll remove this button here, right? And then I'll put like a list. Okay, now is the perfect time to define what a list will look like. We'll start with speaking engagement as a title. When I finish this website, I'll give Thanksgiving because it's been a long time coming. Brandon. And let's make it. Okay. Now you know the drill. We have to look for inspiration. Nothing comes from my head. Not 100%. I will go and check what other people's speaking pages looks like and use that as an inspiration, right? But just because I'm petty, I'm going to just look through what I've done if it's making sense in my eye. This is the first page. This is the home page. Now that I've used cards for the digital garden, I'm thinking I'll have to change these ones to card too. I think that would make sense, right? I'll do that. I'll change it later so that it's aligned properly. Yeah. So the home page looks really nice. The About Me page, I'm not convinced that this will be the final form for it. The digital garden page looks good. I just need to add the pagination down there. Then, okay, everything looks fine except the About Me page and the home page where I need to change that one to cards. So yeah, like I said, let's go and see inspiration for speaking. I'll close all the tabs that I have open here. I have one speaking that I have, but it is very, 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 very outdated and very simple. It's just cards, right? I have upcoming past talks, but I don't want to use the same format. So I'll go and see other people's formats for inspiration. I think Kent Cedos has one, Phil has one, Hide has one, Lisa Lynn has one, Rachel Smith has one. All these websites, I saved them so that I can always come back to them for inspiration. James Quick, I think, also has one. Okay. This is Kent Cedar's website. Like, it is mad. Like, I cannot even fathom the amount of work that went into it. It is so nice. I don't think he has a speaking page. I like this search. This is the number of articles, the search posts. Let me add this into mine. I'll just say search garden here. Okay. You see, that's how you copy. You go and look for something you're not looking for, and then you copy. I don't know if that phrase is correct, but we'll use it for now. Search garden. And then make it very light. Like that. This thing does not look aligned. Hey, that's what I wanted to do. Let's leave it first. Search garden. Invite you to Thanksgiving. We'll see. I mean, I think that the day that I finish, I don't want to say something and I will not end up doing it. So let me not promise to. I'm not promising anything, but if the day I finish, like before I publish the site to go live, I'll do like a live stream too. The about is too simple. Yeah, I know. That's why I said I want to add something to it, like to make it pop. It's too, yeah. If I spend all the time on it, it will take a huge chunk of our time for today. So I'll go back to it later. For now, I have the bare bones of it. I can always improve what I have, right? In fact, everything that I've done on this stream, I can always improve it. This is not the correct font I'm supposed to use. I'm supposed to use Brandon Bold. Yeah. Um yeah. So yeah, I think that's what will happen, right? If he's looking very bare, it does not matter because I'll come back to it. This 56, this is 45. Let's maintain 56. Okay, back to the speaking page. Hi, Comfort, how are you? Thanks for joining. Let's see. You're looking at Ken Sidot. Yeah, his site is so crazy, man. You don't know who Ken Sidot is. He's like oh my god, I don't know how to say this. This is him. He's He's an educator. He teaches JavaScript, React, testing, and a whole lot of stuff. Like his articles are pretty much Remix as well. If you're looking to learn Remix, React, testing, I would refer you to this site. Just go and read his stuff. He's really, really, really good at explaining technical concepts, and he does workshops too and courses. I took one of his courses. Let me see if it's here. Testing JavaScript. I took this course like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I've taken this course as well when I was learning React, and I've taken this course, and I've taken this course. I've taken a lot of courses here. I've taken this course. I've taken this open source, how to contribute to open source. These are free actually. This is a free course you can take. This is a free course. I've taken a lot of his courses, just yeah, and they are really, really good. Very, very. He's a very great teacher. So yeah, I'm doing fine. It's Thursday evening for me, and I'm just here talking to people on the internet. How about you? Let me drink my juice. Okay, so back to what I was looking at before. I'm looking at people's speaking pages to see what they have on it. This is Phil Nash's page, and he has a briefing show, a list of talks. Okay. This is Hide speaking's page. Oh, I like this. So it has a picture, it has this, it has what I talk about, it has a picture, previous events, inquiries. Okay. Let's see Lizzie's one. All these websites are so cool. Like they're very, very nice. This is another one. So it appears that almost everybody has a list. So I'm just going to go and make a list for myself. How the list appears, we'll figure that out together. This person does not have a speaking page. This does not have a speaking page. James, does he have a speaking page? I don't think so. Yeah. Kobe, does he have a speaking page? I don't think so. Okay, so we'll use what we have found so far as inspiration, right? I like this one a lot, and it's kind of what I already have in my own websites. I have upcoming and I have past talks, right? So I'm going to follow the same format. Oh, I actually have one more that I want to surface. It is from Kim Media. Yeah. I saw hers yesterday and I took note of it. So her speaking page has some pictures and yeah. Okay, this is what I will do. So I'll group mine according to the years that I've done them. That way it's easy for people to just scroll and see. Like I can just scroll the way to 2017 on this page and I know, all the stuff she has done in that period rather than just listing them without the year highlighted. I have a question. Two cards in a row. Let me see what that would look like. I think I tried two cards in a row in the home page and I don't want to repeat it here, right? So here. But I mean, if it looks better, why not? I'll come back to that. Let me finish the speaking engagement. So for the speaking engagement, I'll write like a very short thing here first and then list according to the year. But what would I write? I don't know. Let me copy this first and put here as dummy test. I can even say this go out and then put this here. I'll look for something else to write as like an intro to whatever this is. And I'll then list out the years. So 2022. Because with this, I don't need to differentiate between the past and the current talks because you will know. If you see 2022 January, you will know it's a past, like I've already done it in the past. If you see 2023 February, you know that it's something I'll do in the future. And I don't have to always come and update past to present. I'm confusing myself. You understand what I mean, right? Okay. Let's make this bold and 24, 24, 28. And I'll maintain, I've been using black all the while, but I actually have a color that I use, which is this dark green. So I can go back and change the other ones that I've done. 2022, let's make it 34. Okay, now that we have this, I'll now list out the stuff underneath it. I will just go and copy. How do I want to put it? Do I want to put it like the date, the location, the talk? Or do I want to okay, this person does not list. Oh, I like this. I want mine to be a bit more detailed than what Kim has here. So I'm just going to say the name of the conference, the location, the talk that I gave. Yeah. So let me go back. I'll just add dummy test for now. I'll say infobip. Sada Croatia. This is how you spell Croatia. Yeah, I guess so. Mm-hmm. 28, 24. And medium. We should probably use bullet points like that, right? Yeah. The dates, when was this? I think it was September. I can give my colors name. They have name. It's just because they have name. It's just because I always change the brightness. Like I always reduce this. That's why they don't. That's why these are the names of the colors. Yeah. So I always reduce the brightness and it depends on what I'm looking at, what I'm looking for rather. I'm not sure what I should add again in this list. So let me go back and see. So the conference, the talk, the date. The conference, the talk, the date. Okay. Talk, news, news, yeah. The date was September. I remember the date. I'll just put the dummy date. This is actually correct date, 22. This was the date. What else should I put? The dates, the conference, the talk. I like this. Oh. So this is not linked anywhere, but she's adding the link here. This person is linking it directly. I think I'll just link mine directly. I'll link to the conference, I put the date, and I would put the talk underneath it. Okay. Oh, we have been running for 1 hour, 40 minutes. That's a long time, gift. That's a long time. And you people have been here watching me. Wow, that's interesting. Uh, let's put the date. Do you think time should be added? No, not necessarily because it's. I mean, if it's a video, I can put time, but if it's a conference talk, I don't know how much time it took to deliver the talk. I don't track it. So the date is fine. The place where it was, the location should probably be separate. I'll put the location somewhere. Maybe by the side of the date. Like this. Maybe say something like this. I don't like this thing, so I'll put it like that. Maybe something like this. It's not perfect, right? Well, I will improve it as we go on. So this is one, and then I just want to duplicate this. and have like 3 for 2022. Copy this 2021. And do the same thing. I know I'm repeating the same thing over and over. It's just because I don't want to have to type everything here. Yeah. So 2022, 2021. I think I gave my first conference talk in 2018, which is interesting. And we've been doing it since then. 2020. I'll just be putting 2 in 2019. Okay, this is the last one. Next time I'll be playing music in the background, so there's also the vibes is nice. Yeah, like the margins between each of these are very wrong. They are not looking properly aligned. So I'll see if Auto Layers can fix it. But for now, to see what it looks like in the preview. So I'll just go here and fit to screen and go to the next page. Yeah. It's looking too scanty. Yeah, that's my handle, Laura Gifts _ Yes. I don't like it. There's a lot of white space. Like all this white space here is wasted. Let me zoom it in. Yeah. You know what? I'll leave it like that for now and go back to it. So this is like, how you iterate on things. This is iteration 1. And then we'll come back and improve it. So let's post it there and move the footer up like we have been doing. Like here. And then close out this page so that we can do the last one, if that's even the last one. See, you see the white space? It's not giving. Again, maybe that is even because of the text I'm using. They are all the same width, right? So maybe if I change the conference name and the talk that I gave, it will look more. But I don't think it will take up all the. I think I know the solution. I'll reduce the width of this page, so I'll make it a bit short. I'll make the width tighter. If that makes any sense. That way the white space is not too much. Okay, let's move on to the last one. It's not even the last one. Let's move on to the last one for this stream, which is work. Actually, I'll skip it and I'll do gear because this is the one I'm interested in more to do here. So gear is a page essentially where I plan to just list out the stuff that I use for recording, YouTube videos, and all of that stuff. And the reason is because people ask me about that a lot. And interestingly enough, I have it already, but it's just that it's not in my website. Let me show you where it is. I have it in somewhere called kits.co. Kits.co/Laura Gifts. I think or underscore. I'm not sure. Okay. So I have it here. This is another website where you can put all the stuff that you use for your maybe videos, vlogging, whatever. So I have it here and I'll prefer to put it on my website, right? These are the items that I use for making videos. And in my old website, I have it in a page called uses, right? Oh my God. This is my old workspace from like 2 years ago to show you how much I've not updated this website. Yeah. So I want to change this uses page to something called gear and then puts like an updated picture of my current setup here and then list the stuff that I'm using. But again, let me see what other people have in their gear page. I think I know a few people that have that page. One of them is Nicole, my very good friend. Nicole has a gear page, and in her gear page, she has the picture of her office. Well, she has two home office now. Just see the flex. Imagine when somebody has two home offices. Wow. This is her first home office. It's here in the Netherlands as well. And what she's doing here, she's just listing the stuff and adding links to them. So I think I'll do the same thing, which is already what I'm doing. And yeah, this is a second home office. This is a big flex. Oh, nice. Nice, nice. I should probably do something like this. I should make a video. Actually, I already have a video. Let me see if I can share it here. I have a video about my workspace and my deck setup, right? Oh wow, we have entered 8.2K. That's nice. This is the video. This video. So I think that these two videos actually, I think what I would do is I would put these two videos in my own gear page, like towards the end as well. That way you can like see the stuff that I have and also watch the video if you want to see it in real time. Okay. So yeah, the same thing. I'll just do the same thing. I'll delete here, delete here. I'll leave this two video session, delete here, delete here, and here. So for this gear, I'm just going to put a big picture of my setup, which I don't have now. I would actually, I should have one, but it's somewhere in my drive. So what I'll do is I'll put a big picture of this is the picture I'm thinking I should use, that one in this description, and it is here. I think I can get it from here. It should be somewhere in these videos that I've shot in the past. Or I can even take this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can copy everything and put in that place. So this, and then this. So these are the pictures I'll highlight. Okay. What's the time? I have 9 minutes more. Okay. I'll put this picture, I'll make it like the one I did for the speaking, like this type, 1, 2, 3, 4. But I'll change it, the maybe just, I don't know what I'll do. I'll just put them, align them there first. Maybe like this, or just put one, since this is a full page. There's plenty things in this picture. But what I did was I literally went and I made like a description of everything on it. So I'm deleting those things. Okay. So what I'll do instead is I'll just take this picture, take this picture out of the frame and group it. Why can't I select the picture? Okay, it's locked. I take the picture and I put it there, right? So that's what I'll do. So I can remove this one and put the picture there. Make it smaller. Make it 10. 10. Yeah. I'll change this picture, but for now, this works, right? Make it a bit smaller. Then I can maybe add some, what's it called? Shadow to it later. Let me see if I can do it like this. Is what I mean. Something like this. I don't know if it makes sense. And then I add the drop shadow to it. If it's not making sense, I'll remove it later. But let's leave it like that for now. So this is the gear, the workspace. And then here I want to put the list of stuff I have there. So I'll move this down and put T for text above. Let's make this 52. So it's essentially just a list of everything that is on the text, but I don't have that list now because I have to put it together first. So I think that's the first thing I'll do. But yeah, I'll just put this title, then put the links to each of the items that I'll list. So I can start with like a MacBook 14-inch Pro. Something like this, make this open sans and regular. Yeah. Feels like I've been doing this thing for like 5 hours. What the hell? What the... Yeah. This is the skeleton for what I want to do. So I think what I'll do is I'll go and make a list of everything because I don't know. I don't think I have everything in this list, in this picture. I need to write it down. So once I write it down, I'll just copy it and put here and then change these 2 videos, right, to the 2 videos I said I highlight and then end this page. So it looks good to me like that. So I don't have to do it now. I'll do it later. But for the people that are still here, I'm very, 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 very thankful for staying all these hours with me. How much does it cost? I don't know. I didn't get everything at once. Some of this stuff I've had for years. So I don't know how much is the total cost of everything. But that link that I shared, if you go to any of my old videos, any of this video, or check this video, check the link. It will take you here, And if you click any of these items, it will tell you what the current price is. So if you click on Amazon, for example, it will tell you the price of this Logitech webcam as of today, right? Because I bought this webcam in 2019 for like $80, and now it's like 100 or something. Let me just confirm how much it is. Now, now it is. Oh, it's still cheap. Well, it's not cheap. It's still in the same range that I bought it after 3 years. Interesting. So this is it, and it's 74 euros, right? Actually, they are doing promo. The real price is 119. It's showing euros because I'm in Europe. I'm in Netherlands. Yeah. But this is the latest version of it, I think. This one. But this is the one I've been using it for 3 years, and it's still very good. It's not as bright because it's already dark here. And even though I have a light in front of me, it's still doing its work. Let me just go through what Nicole has in her setup, and see if I can put anything there. Thank you so much. I'm glad to hear that it was fun. Do you want me to do another one? I can continue, and I can continue it if I work on it again, maybe on Monday, because I'm not doing anything on Monday. I can do a stream, but I don't know if people will be doing Christmas. People will still be celebrating Christmas. I don't know if people watch it, but I don't mind. I can just be here talking to myself. It's recorded, meaning that you can always rewatch it later. The goal is for me to complete this before the new year, and I want to actually complete it before the new year. Otherwise, I will just keep it. Oh my god, this is a lots of items. This is a lot of stuff. I don't think I have half of this. I'm sorry. I'm a gadget freak. Like, I love tech gadgets. That's why you see me buying them, right? And if I see somebody's, let me see if I can find other people's gear. If I see somebody's gear, I'm just going to keep staring at it and be like, let's save money so we can buy this other thing. That's why I was checking out Nicole's page, because she has a lot of stuff. I have I have a few of this, but not all of it. Okay, so I'll save this page so that I can come back to it as my inspiration for gear. Okay, so I have, like I said, I have inspiration. I have these other 2 pages we can check. This is Jason's gear. There's no picture, it's just a list. Yeah, I think I would put pictures in mine. And then this is Kobe's gear. I can complete it in a few days if that's the only thing I work on, right? Because the design, I started it last night and I'm almost done. Once I finish the page, so again, this is what I plan to do. I can finish it in. I don't want to exaggerate and say I can finish it in 2 days. I can get it to a point where it's almost done in 4 days, if that's the only thing I work on. So the whole of next week, I'm not doing a lot of stuff except just relaxing, shooting videos for next year, so I can work on this as well. So what I will just do after is all this page, when I finish it, I'll duplicate it, change the color to dark mode like this, and then I make the mobile version and I can start coding. I think it's the coding that will take me a lot of time compared to the design. I'll do the coding live stream, but that would be more difficult because, okay, that will be more difficult because it's going to involve me Googling a lot. I want to use Nox 3, and I've not done Nox 3 stuff in a while. I've not even touched Nox 3. So it's also, for me, an opportunity to learn Nox 3 since it was just released a couple of months ago. So I'm using this project as an opportunity to level up on it. So yeah, it's fine because I think everybody knows that nobody has all their answers in their head, right? So it's okay if I Google stuff while I'm live streaming. Like I don't know everything. I use Google for most of my queries. And now I have ChatGPT because I'm going to use ChatGPT a lot if I face any bugs or any error. So yeah, maybe by the time I come back, I would have finished the design and we can just start with the coding stream. So that will be next week. And does anybody have Opayemi likes Nox 3? Oh, that's nice. Okay. Yeah, Nox is my go-to framework. I even made a course on Nox 2. Let me see if I can share here. But I made this course sometime this year. But now there's Nox 3 and this is Nox 2. So that's why I said I want to level up so that I can update this course next year as well. This is not the link to the course. This is the link to the course. I don't like this picture of me. Oh my God, I hate this picture. But I made this course on Nox too. So if you're trying to learn Nox, you can go and watch it and see how to use it. But otherwise, it's still till I'm feeling good about Nox 3 that I can update it next year, hopefully. All right. Yes, Nox is a framework for Vue. So if you write Vue.js and you're looking to use a framework, your framework of choice would eventually be Nox or something else called Gridsom. Yeah. Yes, coding is going to take a lot. I don't think I can finish the coding in a stream. I will just show you, like, maybe if I'm setting up the project, I'll stream when I'm setting up the projects, when I'm setting up the CMS. I want to use this. I was already creating an account before I started this stream. I want to use this thing called Storyblock. I've used it before in my previous job. This was the CMS we were using, and it was really nice. The only thing I have to be setting is if I can use it without paying, because they're telling me 14 days left in my trial. And to upgrade it is what, the 99 euros per month. This is what I want to do. I want to use it as a single developer, so I should pay. It should be free for me, so I'll subscribe to that. Oh, they still want to take my card. Why? If it's €0, why are you still taking my card? You know what? I will do this later. I can't put my card details in this stream. Yeah, I can't do that. I'll do that later, but at least I know that I can subscribe for the free one because I can't pay this amount for what? For hobby projects. No. I really like Storyblock though. I really, really like them. And they've recently upgraded to version 2 of their CMS. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how I can set it up for my new websites, because I think the goal for me is if I come back, like after I finish building out the websites, I don't want to have to go and open, excuse me, I don't have to go and open VS Code if I want to change this digital to something else. I want to go to the Storyblock dashboard and change the text there, and then it triggers the deployment and updates my website live. And also, if I'm writing a new article, I don't want to write it in Markdown. I want to write it like I'm writing it in a Google Doc, and then it publishes it for me. So that's the goal with this project that I have. Anyway, I've been talking a lot. Oh, we have a lot of comment about the what's red flag there. What's red flag? Opeyemi. Yeah, I've given directives a try in the past just for like a a side project. Keystone, what's Keystone? Keystone JS, is it a CMS or is it a framework? Oh, is it CMS? Interesting. Yeah, I think I've decided on what to use, and I've decided that is going to be Noxt and Storyblock for, and then I'll deploy it to Cloudflare Pages, which is where I work. Um, Cloudflare Pages, yeah, and then I'll deploy it here, and everything would be fine. Hey, hey, Daniela. Yeah, it's been a while that I streamed. And like I said, this was very impromptu. I'm trying to build like a new portfolio. And I thought instead of just doing it by myself, I could as well just stream the process. And so far, we've made good amount of progress in this stream. We started off with just the homepage, and I have pretty much um, most of the page already ready. But thank you so much for joining. It's so nice to see you here. Um, Directives is so easy to set up. I don't know. I've not. I think I've tried it once, but I didn't use it for a full-on project. So Storyblock has my heart for now, and I'm going to stick with it till the end. The only reason why I will leave it is if they ask me to pay the $99, I mean €99. That's the only reason why I'll leave it. But for now, because I used it very extensively in my last job and I really liked it. So, and it has everything I need. Is an headless CMS essentially, meaning that I can tie it to my website using their API. I don't even know how that would work now because it's been a while I touched it, but when it's time to set it up, I will stream it in the next stream. So yeah, please stay. I'm about to wrap this up. Stay I don't say stay blessed, like this is not church. Have a nice time, everyone. Yeah, thank you so much. I would just finish it up, and the next time I stream, it would be me writing the code for it. Yeah, it's Christmas in 2 days. I hope everyone have a wonderful holiday. Thank you so much for staying with me for 2 hours, just blabbing, talking. We got some stuff done, which is really nice. I'm very happy that I made progress with this whole project. And looking forward to streaming the other part. So it will be like a part 2 of this whole session. Thank you so much. I'm going to end the stream now. And if you like to ask me any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Twitter or um, Instagram. I'm on Instagram as well. You can reach out to me and ask me any questions about this project. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.